Hello, this is Loretta Rain from Creators Gap, and in this lesson I just wanted to show you how you can make a mock-up of a colouring page that you created or we created earlier in the earlier videos. Okay, so this is what we did. We had a octopus and then we created a border of seaweed around it, and then what I'm going to do is create a mock-up for this. Now I downloaded this to my computer so we can then upload it again. So we'll come to another image here, and we're going, and what I've done is gone over here to the search under elements, colouring page, desk, flat lay, under photos, and just having a look at these ones here, and I saw, let's have a look, it's all sorts of different ones here. It's a good one there, and what about that one there? So let's click on that one and we'll resize this. We could do background. Let's have a see what it does as a background. That's not too bad. So now let's see if we can bring in the image that we created earlier. So with our uploads clicked, and these are the ones we had earlier, so let's drag that into there, and then let's click that on there, so it's a little bit big, so let's bring that down to about there, and then we will add a little bit of design to this. So if we go over to edit and click on shadows, and then we'll put a drop shadow on there. Okay, and I'll have a blur to about, I'll just drop this down a little bit, and the transparency, oh, that should be okay, I think. Yeah, let's make that a little bit bigger so you can see it properly. So there we go, that's our octopus on a seaweed, and that's a great mock-up image to add to your shop listing as the front page, so they can see exactly what they get, and then it just gives it that little bit of appeal as it's sat on a desk. So let's have a look, see what else we can do. So go back into these, and let's just do a new page, and that one's quite effective. Let's these are pink, Christmassy ones there. I mean, any one of these would be pretty good to do that. So now let's have a look at that one. So set the image as background, so we can then, let's bring it into this one. So now we can see a little bit, you've got your colouring stuff here, and then edit, and let's just put a shadow, drop shadow on that, and that looks quite good there. Again, you can probably bring it up a little bit like that. Again, it's not too bad, they can see what it is. You could also click on the background here and just reduce that down a little bit so it's not so that sticks out more. So that might be quite a good one to do. And let's have one more. So look, elements, let's see what else there is. let's do coloring page. Let's do a frame. And oh, that's nice and jazzy. So you could do something totally different and bring it into that one so you can really see it on there, and I don't think you'd need a shadow on there. Let's put a glow on it actually. So shadows, and we'll put a glow and bring that a bit more. So again, that's quite effective. It certainly stands out. And is there anything else that looks quite good? Again, you've got colour in here maybe, or what about this one here? Let's have a look. Don't think that might not be as striking, but we can have a look. Yeah, maybe this needs to be brought down a little bit more, and then you can have an edit on there and shadows, and we'll have a glow again and make that big. So that's not too bad. There. So that's just some designs that you can do. Let's have a look at these, are big. So that's that one there. Nice jazzy one there. And got the colours behind it. And then that one there. I think I'm preferring this one. I think that is quite good. It certainly stands out. So yeah, you can list that. You can go into Photopea with this and just take out the extra lines around here, take them off maybe, and these, tidy this up in here and there, and you know, that makes it a bit more kid friendly to colour in. But that is how to make just a simple mock-up for your listing, and that can be the first page that people see. My name is Loretta Rain from Creators Gap, and also if you want to try out my free Colour Gap Colouring Creators GPT, it's free to use and it can generate all sorts of images for you for your colouring pages. I'll leave the link below.